When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
All right, Amanda says, hey, Ben and Kelly, first of all, must say that I love your show and listen every morning on my long commute to work.
Great, thank you.
I've had something happen to me that I figured would be good for your group therapy segment.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, last year, I asked to get drinks with this attractive guy I work with.
Mm-hmm.
He and I work for the same company and have for a couple of years, but last year he moved areas and is now working close to me.
Okay.
We hit it off. We work well together. We've got good work chemistry. Now, I know you're going to say something like, don't get your honey where you make your money or something like that.
She knows this.
She does. Don't worry, because he said no and said it would be because we work together and he didn't want to make things awkward.
Okay.
Our company doesn't have a policy that we can't date coworkers. We just have to disclose that information to them.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry. So, I used that and focused on me.
Uh-huh.
Well, a couple of days ago, he asked me out on a date. I was happy and said I had to be out of town this weekend, but if plans changed, we could.
Okay.
By the way, that's the truth. I'm supposed to go to Paoli to help my sister paint. Sorry, I'm rambling again. Oh, well. I told my sister about him, and she told me jokingly that he only wants to date me now that I've gotten fit and lost about 35 pounds.
Oh.
I laughed it off, but then told a couple of friends of mine, and they warned me of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm in my head and second-guessing how genuine he's being. My sister said if he didn't want me at my fattest, he doesn't deserve me at my fittest, and I can't stop thinking about that.
Oh.
But I really like him and think there could be something there. So what do you all think I should do? I do feel better about myself now. I have more confidence. So maybe that could also be what changed for him.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, help me decide. Should I give him a chance to prove the naysayers wrong or not? Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand what her sister's saying.
For sure, that could be what it looks like to them.
Yeah,
For sure.
where it's like, okay, he didn't want to give you the time of day when you weren't as fit and on your game. But
Well, he used the work excuse back then, right? No, we work together, but now we still
apparently,
work together.
I was going to say,
and apparently that's not a problem.
That's not a problem anymore.
I think that's why it looks like that.
I didn't know about the policy that they don't really care if we date coworkers. We just have to disclose it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't know because you can't really know his true intentions, and maybe he is sincere in the fact that he's had a change of heart and seen, the difference in her confidence level and maybe that attracted him to her too. You just can't get
maybe
into somebody's head.
I was going to say, maybe she's got a little bit of a swagger now, and
that makes a difference.
And, she's holding herself in a higher, I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting.
Well, Carrie says, have no regrets. Don't let others decide for you. It's just a date.
Well, that's what she's doing
in discovering.
She's asking us.
Yes. Well, again, so she's saying, don't let others tell you not to.
That's true.
Like, give it a try and just see what develops and see if you can figure out, all right, were they on point with their assessment? Yeah,
I was going to say, sometimes time reveals all with these sort of things. And, maybe if it were a shallow beginning or a shallow reason as to why he wanted to reach back out, okay, but maybe he can prove himself that, you know what, he really does like you for you. And
well, but Carol pointed out, hey, Amanda, would you be interested if he wasn't good looking? So for everyone just kind of saying, well, he just wants you for your looks now. Mm-hmm. Well, she wanted him for his looks. So it's kind of like, all right.
Oh, so she's kind of put it back on Amanda.
Exactly. Like, okay, well, you both find each other attractive now. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Amanda, I don't think you're alone in this sort of thing, because there are probably plenty of people who have rethought about a relationship and decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot because of now these new circumstances. So would love to hear those stories and hear what happened to you. 502-795-1997. Or let us know. Interesting little situation with Amanda and her work bud, who didn't really give her the time of day last year and said, hey, we work together. We can't go out. We can't date. But now that she kind of focused on herself, lost some weight.
Now he's all like asking her out.
Yeah, he relocated and is closer now in proximity to her at work and is like, hey, you want to get some drinks this weekend? And she's now, her friends and her sister are in her head going, he's just doing it because
you lost the weight and got in shape and all the things.
Yes.
That he's shallow and don't do it.
Allie said it could be weight related, but not necessarily. As someone who has lost a significant amount of weight and now has much more male attention, giggity, the confidence level can change their perspective. It's just a date and you need to go in further to evaluate his intentions.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she said even if his interest got a little more piqued, there's no way your entire personality or overall look has changed. There has to be some attraction there. Mm-hmm. And depending on the personality, there's a good likelihood his view just changed over time. Got more comfortable with the job. So, there may not be a rule, but other people will always talk, and maybe he just didn't want that. She said, sorry, I'm just rambling like Amanda.
Oh, yeah. She did. Amanda did admit that she kind of got off on these little tangents.
She did. Yeah. She added lots of things.
Yeah, we like that. Hey, Tammy.
So, listen, I have never called into a radio station, and now 2 days in a row, you all are like, triggering me with these, situations. So here's the thing. Oh, my gosh. So my first thought was, okay, so what is the guy supposed to say to her? No, I don't want to date you because you're chunky? I mean, like what?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of, I think he was kind of being a gentleman and giving a reason why. But again, she was attracted to him probably because he's so smart, so funny, so handsome, so not chunky. And so that's just life. I mean, when you have to be initially physically attracted to someone to even see if you want to take that relationship even further. So I think they're both kind of in the same boat. Now that she has kind of improved herself, he sees, that there might be something there. So,
and she can just ask him, all right, so what changed your mind? You were thinking it was no because we work together. So now that's not a problem? And just kind of see what he says.
And then let him go, girl, now you look fire.
Exactly. So anyway, that's, again, my 2 cents. And stop getting these people on here that trigger me because, I'm just trying to get my kids to school and I'm freaking out in my car.
Tammy, we love you.
Sorry.
All right, have a good day, guys.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Brooke, so what is your take on this?
Well, at first I thought, gosh, he sounds really shallow. But the more I, listened and the more I thought about it, she made the comment that he moved closer to her area at work.
Uh-huh.
So maybe he felt like he didn't really know her well enough. He didn't know enough about her. And then once he moved closer to her and was around her more and worked with her on a daily basis, maybe he realized, oh, okay, maybe I am interested. So maybe it's not so much the getting fit and change appearance-wise. Maybe it's I didn't really know you and didn't have a lot to base my opinions on. And now that I work closer to you and I realize who you are, how you are, maybe now he's a little more interested.
That's a good point,
However,
Brooke.
If it was me, I would just flat out ask him, I asked you for drinks at one point.
Yeah, what changed your
mind?
mind?
You replied no because of work. What was the change of heart? And if he may come out and say, well, you really weren't my type, and then you obviously made some changes in yourself, and now you're my type, and then you realize, okay, he's a shallow jerk.
Okay, thank you, Brooke. Appreciate it.
Listen, Brad, the love physician, said she better run. He sounds dangerous. He waited for her to lose weight, and now she's easier to kidnap. Brad, what are you doing?
No, that's not, no.
No, Angela says, I agree with the listener who said go for it and not be influenced what others say. I let friends influence me on giving a second chance with a guy in college, and I regretted that for a long time, not seeing for myself what may or may not have been. Decide what's right for you, girl. You won't regret dating and realizing he's a shallow jerk, but you could regret not trying.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to know for sure unless you give it a chance.
Well,
that's what I think.
Hey, so throw caution into the wind. Do it. That's what we're saying. Do it.
There's no rules at work. You're not violating any, and there's no problems there. So just, you're never going to know unless you just find out for yourself.
So tell your sister in Paoli that you're going to have to wait to help her paint. Because you gotta date this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe, hey, can we follow up with you on Monday?
Yeah, you gotta tell us how it goes.
Yeah, that would be good, Amanda. Yeah, so follow up with us on Monday. Just tell us tell us what gives and what you find out. Okay. Thank you for reaching out. That is Group Therapy.